While War Thunder has had its fair share of great events, they have become a bit of a problem recently. And not in that they are bad or that they give bad vehicles or are even a waste of time, but rather they used to be so much more despite there being fewer of them. In the past, War Thunder's events like Operation Summer, Summer Landing, Operation Winter, Operation Frost, whatever name Gaijin wants to slap on it, used to be a relatively quick and simple affair. That is no longer the case. With the introduction this year of the April Fool's chest and now the Summer Cocktail chest, Gaijin has gone full monetization. And even though it might not seem like it, being that you can purchase these with in-game currency, they want you to spend all of your in-game currency so that you then either buy premium time, premium vehicles, both of those, or silver lions to fill the void left by the wasteful event crates. Further, the tasks given to you in order to complete these events, whether it's crafting events, a summer event, winter event, what have you, they have gotten more and more difficult, typically for less and less reward. For example, with Summer Quest, you now have to get 40,000 points for air, for ground, and even for naval each in order to unlock their respective task stars, which is tantamount to far more work than you used to have to put in for previous events. Even if you get 2,000 points per match, that will equal 10 matches, which could be hours and hours of your time per 2 days just to get either a ground, an air, or a naval task star. In the past, and in fact up until this summer event, we had it where we had to complete various tasks, such as, for example, destroying enough enemy players, capturing points, dropping enough bombs on enemy bases, and so forth. And in fact, even up through last year, those tasks were getting more and more difficult. For example, in order to earn an air task star, one of the tasks was to drop 13 tons of bombs on enemy bases in air RB, AB, or in sim mode. Just 2 years previously, you only needed to drop 10 bombs. That represents a 30% increase, and this year's Summer Quest is substantially more difficult and time-consuming than previous years. Other examples include getting 15 assists in air battles last year as opposed to only 7 in 2020, or rather 2019. Regardless, 2020 also saw an increase in difficulty for these tasks. Ultimately, with the Summer Quest for 2022, we are now seeing not only fewer days in order to unlock all of these rewards, but we are also getting fewer rewards, and they are arguably less impressive, such as the Leopard 2 AV, the IJN Haruna, and arguably the F4D Skyray. Regardless of the quality of the rewards, it is certain that we are getting fewer of them, again being that we are getting 4 vehicles with Summer Quest this year, as opposed to 6 vehicles being rewarded in previous years, all the way back to when they had no naval, so they could only give 4 rewards at max. This year's Summer Quest is in stark contrast again to previous years, in which players are now being asked to give far more time, and they are being asked to spend in-game currency in order to fully experience this reward. This is a totally new mechanic, and something that has never been seen before this year. Even crafting events have gotten more difficult, as it is far more difficult to use the marketplace in order to get crafting event materials, and crafting event materials are in lower supply match after match. And all of this in the year that is marking War Thunder's 10th anniversary, the year that most of us at least hoped would be the year that Gaijin would finally give back to the fans and stop the trend of predatory monetization. Now, of course, Gaijin does need to make money on War Thunder, and I do not have sales figures, nor do I know how much profit War Thunder is making for Gaijin. However, it can be fairly safe to assume that with huge numbers of players coming in and fewer players leaving, meaning that we are getting more and more people active in the game at any given time, they are likely making more money now than ever. And of course, as a company, you want to make more money than ever. But at what point do you sell your soul and you push yourself over the edge and become not only too monetized, but to the point where you are now being compared to a gacha game, which is what some of these mechanics, especially the chess mechanics for Silver Lions, are being compared to, and rightfully so. These events have become less about the player and more about lining Gaijin's wallets, and again, I totally understand, they deserve to make money, and War Thunder is at its heart a great game, but this is a disturbing trend and one that does not bode well for the future of War Thunder, especially for the players. Anyways, I hope that you all at least see what War Thunder is becoming, and if you agree, let me know. But either way, I'll see you all in the next one.